Salvatore Discipuli. Good to see you all, or not to see you, but to be recording a video for you. You guys are my first attempt at video making, so we'll see how this goes. I hope you guys are all doing well, even in spite of the quarantine. No, it's a little crazy. I've myself been watching a lot of movies, reading a lot of books, and I took up whittling to help pass the time, so that's pretty fun. So your question for the day is, what has been the best thing that you have done during your quarantine? I'm sure that Eric knew that was going to be the question. You can pause the video if you want and take a minute to answer that, or you can just carry on. So this video is to help you guys review for the quiz that we're going to be taking this week. So we are taking our first quiz online, or at least that's the goal. I've put all the questions into an online format, and that basically covers all the normal questions that would be on the quiz. You're going to have to type everything in, so just follow the directions carefully, because I did put some specific directions in terms of like using commas and spaces in typing your answers. I'm trying to use a Google Forms feature where it automatically grades stuff for me. And if you enter it the correct way, then it'll grade it as correct. I'll go through it myself and just check, because maybe you entered the right information, but just not in the right form and it put it as wrong. I'll mark it as correct, so don't worry about that. But if you do follow the instructions, it makes it a little bit easier for me. If you're having any trouble with that, just contact me. During the taking of the quiz, you should be in a quiet space. Your parent should be proctoring, or some adult, basically making sure that you don't have any books out or you're not pulling up any other screens, so that you're being honest, obviously. So what I wanted to do right now is just to go over a little bit of review. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to have a live stream Google Meet on Wednesday before you take this quiz on Thursday. So we'll be able to do some live review, but I wanted to go over a few things in a video format. So you can see here on the screen, this is the work that you guys did last week, and this is the answer key. So I just wanted to go a little bit over predicate adjectives and how to use predicate adjectives. So you can see here in these examples, let's look at number 1 here. We've got forum erat latum. So forum, right, is our latum is our linking verb. Remember that linking verbs can be they're any form of essay of the to be verb. So they can be sum ss, sumus esti sunt, or ram ras rat ramus ratis rant, or the future tense. But you're going to have some form of the linking verb that's then connecting you to the predicate adjective. Okay, and that's the reason that we have this bracket here, because your subject and your predicate adjective are going to have the same analyzation, the same case, number, and gender. So as we, so you can see here the forum was wide. So again, we've got our subject, our linking verb, and our predicate. So a couple of keys here. The predicate adjective always follows a linking verb. That's very key. It always follows a linking verb or a verb of being. The other thing is that describing the subject. So it describes the subject of the sentence. And the last thing is that in Latin, it is in the nominative case. So case, because it's matching its object, which is the subject. Okay, moving on a little bit to predicate nouns. The only difference here is that instead of having an adjective, we've got a noun following the linking verb. So predicate nouns are sometimes actually just called predicate nominatives. That's actually what it calls them in your quiz. So predicate nominative is also follows a linking verb. So we see Mary is a queen. We got is linking verb, est is the linking verb in Latin. Again, it follows a linking verb. It is, in this case, it's not describing the subject, but it is the same thing as the subject. So it is the same as the subject. So it's saying that the subject and the predicate noun are exactly the same. Also, it is always going to be in the nominative case. So it is in the nominative. And I actually made a little mistake here. Normally, you wouldn't have this bracket. When I was making this answer key, I accidentally put all the brackets before I kind of thought about what I was doing. Normally, you wouldn't have this bracket. You would just put that both words, servus and amicus, are both nominative singular. Because technically, only got that mistake. On the actual quiz, you're not going to have any sentences like this. So you won't actually have to do any sentence analyzation or translation. You will be able to put this stuff down, that it follows the linking verb, it's the same as the subject, and it's in the nominative case. And same thing up here with the predicate adjective. You're going to need to know this information, but not these sentences. For the quiz, you want to make sure that you know all your vocabulary and that you also know the difference between cardinal and ordinal numbers, right? Cardinal are counting numbers, ordinal are ordering things properly. All right, that's pretty much it. I'm hoping to see you guys live this week. If you have any questions or you're trying to figure things out and having a hard time, please contact me and I will meet with you and we'll figure it out together. But other than that, that's all for today. So, valete discipuli and have a great day. All right, see you guys later.